The tipping culture in the United States has gotten completely out of control. Listen, I'm not against tipping. I'm really not. I'm not one of those.
It's all mine.
But there's a time and a place, okay? If some kid is selling lemonade for $3 a cup, I'm gonna leave him a 5. You should too. If I'm at a sit-down restaurant and I'm having this waiter come back and forth to my table 10 times with different appetizers and drinks and main courses and how's it going? Do you like the meal? Leave a tip. But now it's gotten completely out of hand. I mean, we're being asked to tip at places that we never ever tipped before. Everyone is talking about it, even tourists that come here. They think it's a big scam. I mean, you go to get a coffee at a drive-thru, they want a tip. You go to serve yourself some ice cream at like a self-serve place, they ask for a tip. Shoot, even self-checkout kiosks where you scan the item yourself are asking you for a tip. And it's not even just being asked to tip. Now you're getting suggested tips. Like, we suggest that you leave this much of your money extra for us. If you guys got any of these examples, leave them down below. I'd love to read them. Let's get into it.
You know when the guy behind the register turns the machine over and says, it's going to ask you a question? He won't say what it is because he's embarrassed to ask for it because they're not serving you, right? This is the first time I've had one of these where there was no option for no tip. Like, you can see where we're at, right? Like, am I being unreasonable here?
I don't believe in tipping, and here's why. The other day I went to Shake Shack, placed my order on an iPad. I got absolutely no service, yet on the iPad, I got asked if I wanted to tip. And they had the audacity to start at 15, 18, or 20%. Or how about this one? I went to a bar, I bought a drink, and in my receipt has a tipping option at the bottom. But they sneakily put in a service charge right above the tipping option. So whether I want to or not, I have to tip either way. Why are they asking me to tip twice? And then there's Starbucks. So I ordered my drink, which is already like $5, and then they have the audacity to ask me to tip as well. As someone who's worked in the hospitality industry for over 5 years, I strongly believe that tipping is correlated with the service that you offer. If you're already getting paid and it's your job to take an order and hand over a coffee, why do you have to ask for a tip?
I'm just here to give a fresh reminder that tipping is actually optional and not a requirement. Tips are also based off of performance, and they should not be expected but appreciated when given. Please stop blaming consumers about the lack of pay that your employers are giving you. And also, please remember that life is about choices. And if you are taking a job that your income is based off of tips, you know good and well that not everybody in the world is going to tip you. And that is something that you should just go ahead and understand and not complain about and not yell at the customer about. That's cuckoo.
Americans,
and then are confused.
Americans, I would love to know your honest, and I mean your honest opinion about tipping in the US. You guys have a huge tipping culture. You tip pretty much for everything, which is so different to here in the UK. We don't tip half as much as you guys do. And I honestly am so interested to know if you guys agree with it, if you don't agree with it. Let me know your honest opinion. I want to know what you think about it. It really did shock and surprise me when I first visited the US, because when I say you pretty much have to tip for everything, you pretty much have to tip for everything. That includes getting an ice cream, sitting at the bar, getting your hair done, getting your nails done. I mean, in the UK, some people tip when they get their hair and nails done, but it's not like that common. And also, I have never ever been asked to tip before in an ice cream shop. That took me by surprise, by big surprise. But yeah, that's the way you guys do it in the US, but I'd love to know what your opinion on that is, because for someone that lives in the UK, that is like, wow, interesting.
Is anybody else tired of the you're cheap and you shouldn't go out excuse and whatever they tell you when you start saying or complaining about tipping culture? We're not cheap. We're just smart, and we're tired of the tipping culture. You pushed it too far. It used to be tipping was only done at restaurants, and servers used to make only $2.13, even though that's not true, but let's just say it is. Now you want tips everywhere. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I was back in the US last weekend, and I cannot believe how out of control tipping culture has gotten. I've lived in London for 8 years, and before moving, I didn't ever think twice about tips or how much money I was putting towards tips. But now that I live in a country where tipping culture isn't a part of it, I can't believe how much money we spend on tips. Not to mention how awkward it is when they turn the iPad around and expect a tip from you at something super simple. I went to a Starbucks, I got a bagel because I was starving, and it turned it around and expected an 18 to 20 or 25% tip to get a bagel from Starbucks. I'm sorry. You're not doing anything other than your job. A tip is for great customer service, is for coming over to the table and carrying loads of food and drinks and being good service. I'm sorry, but putting a bagel in a bag isn't worthy of a tip, and I feel really bad, but I shouldn't feel bad. And I swear, because I put no tip, I swear they took longer with getting me that bagel because she stared at me as I pressed the button, no tip. It's not right.
Tipping culture in America really confuses me. I just went to the bar behind me just to drink a water, and then something that I don't understand here in America. So when I received the bill, there was gratuity included. And if I put gratuity into my Google Translate and translate it to German, it translates to the German word of tip. So now I'm a bit confused. Like, I thought tipping is optional, but it was already included in the price of the bill. So why was I kind of forced to pay a tip then? And then, you know, when you pay with your card at the machine, the card reading machine is asking again for a tip. So yeah, tipping culture in America really confuses me. So I was forced to pay a tip just for a bottle of water.
Do you expect tips just because it says it now every time?
We want to expect the tips because we want it.
So if you do something right here and you don't say, I tipped you digitally, you don't know.
Really interesting. I thought like the other person was judging if I press like no tip or...
If they are judging you, they should not because they literally can't see.
A lot of people aren't used to tipping for quick services. Do you think that you guys deserve it?
For the most part, yeah. Paying for not just the stuff that you're getting, but also the experience.
How do you feel about those screens?
I don't necessarily like it myself. I feel like it puts pressure on the consumer for no reason. Like, for instance, if I'll go to a little store around here, grab a drink or something, and then they flip the screen, it's like asking for a tip. For what?
You really want to show like an act of kindness, something that like speaks beyond words. A cash tip is a little better way to say that.
They are happy to give, they are happy to take.
I went shopping for my wedding dress like a week and a half ago, and I ended up finding my dress at the first store that I went to. When I went to go pay, they flipped their little iPad around and it asked for a tip. When I tell you, like, I full on froze, I stood there and I think they saw like the blood leave my body. I did not expect to have to like tip buying a wedding dress. The dress is already expensive, right? And then like a 10% on like a $1,500, $2,000 dress is like another $200. Have any other brides ever tipped when they bought their wedding dress?
Our garbage collectors left us this really nice card on our garbage this morning, and it reads, "Happy holidays, the best wishes for you and your family from your sanitation crew," and then their names. And I was told by a very, very smart person, my father-in-law, that they expect a tip. Now, this is a very American concept, and I find it rather odd that you have to also tip for sanitation workers. But it is the holidays, so my question is, what's the going rate?
Put 0 on the tip line. We kind of rely on that.
Yeah, because I'm leaving cash. I always do cash.
I just see a blank line. Usually that means no tip.
Not with me. Look, right here. I don't like the card fees taking a cut. That's $60. Was planning to drop it when I head out, but I can leave it now.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Thank you.
You're good.
Appreciate
I get it.
Really.
I make good money, so I pride myself on being a good human. But when I go into, I'm not going to show the name, a yogurt place where I go in there, I pull the container off, I serve myself, the person just hits a couple buttons on the cash register, I'm not tipping for that.
Like, this is like a self-serve thing at the airport, and I gotta pay now. What? Who am I tipping for this bottle of water? Crazy.
I mean, guys, tipping is something that you're supposed to do out of the goodness of your heart for above and beyond service. And now you have people baking it into your bill and still asking for a tip on top. We have to tip at the damn ice cream shop. Self-serve. Or how about the girl at the counter that didn't greet you when you walked in, didn't get your food for you, and then when you go to check out, it's just gonna ask you a little question right there. No tip. You got to stand up for yourself because this is going to keep getting worse and worse, and I'm glad that people are finally speaking out about it. Tip when you feel it's necessary. Don't let somebody pressure you into a tip. Don't let somebody make you feel bad about not tipping when you know damn well this doesn't deserve a tip. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.